This is a speech by Benimusik. This speech is called Claiming to be able to look into the future by instinct by Benimusik. YouTube Benimusik ist Benimusik. Point. This is the sheet for the speech. So, claiming to be able to look into the future by instinct by Benimusik. You can feel if a thing that you are possessing legally is unofficially not yours anymore by feeling if on something that you are possessing legally is unofficially an unofficial pawnbroker cuckoo is on by notary realities, by in dating shows of the TV station MTV in Germany of about the year 2005. You could see spots with black light on and mattress that you without and black light only could feel by instinct by electroencephalography as dream theft while you plan what you will do on the next day, for example, while sleeping, or simply sending a letter to someone who is not knowing when this letter arrives and who is even not knowing that this letter was written or is on the way by Der Kuckuck und der Esel song from Germany, by Der Kuckuck in der Esel, by the cuckoo in the donkey by Benimusik. In the old Egypt times, someone had to die if he or she touched the pharaoh involuntary by symbolism by Benimusik. This is the sheet for the speech. So, let's go. Claiming to be able to look into the future by instinct by Benimusik. Look at the time. You can feel if a thing that you are possessing legally is unofficially not yours anymore. This is out of a really general truth people try to invent. It has something to do with symbolism. For example, for example, Al Capone, very good acted, I think, from one of the greatest actors ever lived, Robert De Niro, more times. But Al Capone, the figure, comes to someone, is simply around, yeah? Al Capone is simply around, and then is leaving, yeah? And simply that Al Capone was around means something. Al Capone has not done anything. He was just around, but it meant something. For example, it's over then. What you do, your life, is simply being around. This is the way Al Capone did it. For example, it's an example that out of symbolism, or people are around and they touch something. It's not yours then anymore. You bought it, you possess it legally. You possess it legally, you bought it, but someone touched it, it's not yours anymore. You possess it further on, but it's not yours anymore. It's not yours anymore. It's out of a bit of notary thinking and of an thinking that has to do with that on things are unofficially pawnbroker cuckoos. Pawnbroker cuckoos. Pawnbroker, the German translation of pawnbroker is Pfandleiher. You can give things, if you are very poor, you can give things you possess to someone and get instead for it money. Perhaps you can pay back your money and then have the thing you gave to this Pfandleiher, to this pawnbroker, then again you have it then again. A Pfandleiher, where the German word Pfandleiher, where the English word is pawnbroker. And in Germany, the Pfandleiher, I don't know why, they put a sign on it officially. The German word is Kuckuck, I don't know why, where the English translation is cuckoo. They put a Kuckuck and cuckoo on it, and then the pawnbroker possesses this thing. It's not yours anymore. And this reality, not in a pawnbroker cosmos, also not in a notary cosmos, in a general way of thinking, that you have to be very good in instinct to know something. Also, for example, in the German in the dating shows or in the TV station MTV in Germany, but out of the USA, series me myself saw in about the year 2005, and they were around this period of time. That's for example, a couple meets and they go with a black light over the mattress and say, see with the black light, oh, there are spots on it, yeah, whatever it is. But without the black light, you can't see the spots. It has to do with, for example, gas that you can't smell. All this that you need a tool to see something that you can't see if you don't have the tool. So you have to know it by instinct. It has a general meaning, not this concrete with pawnbroker. I mean it in a general way. And this is very important. If people claim they can look into the future, how, with all these tricks I described here with Al Capone and all this, and that they can look into the future, perhaps they can look into the future, but you can't. Fact-based, I send you a letter, but you don't know that I send you a letter, and you will, and this letter will arrive 2 days after I have gave it away, but you don't know it, but I know it. 2 days later you will get a letter from me, but you don't know it today. You know it 2 days later. And though I would, in this example, I would know better about the future of you, for example, of a theoretical person I talk to right now, I would know better what happens into your future, I don't know, perhaps 2 days from now, than you yourself. And this is very important for some people. They do different tricks. This is very logical, what I described here, but also with an electroencephalography. They look into your dreams while you're sleeping. They know what you plan, and they know it before you really know it and before you do what you have planned in your dreams. This is very interesting. Some people need that. I'm not a psychologist, but for example, to put Paul McCartney, the greatest genius in mankind, to make Paul McCartney the greatest genius in mankind to your little pet, to your little dog, only because you can look into the future, but Paul McCartney from the Beatles, for example, can't this. And so you are better in something very important than one of the greatest genius in mankind. This is important for people who want to have the greatest genius in mankind as their pet. Let's go on further, okay? So, look at the time. Me, myself, Benimusik. I was homeless in the year 2018 and the year 2019 in many different countries in Europe, although in London, Great Britain, on planet Earth. On some nights in winter of the year 2018 and 2019, I was at St. Martin in the Fields homeless shelter at Charing Cross. Me, myself, was at this station. If there are another more St. Martin in the Field stations, I don't know. In the winter of the year 2018 and 2019, but me, myself, Benimusik, I couldn't stay every night in winter of the year 2018 and 2019 at this homeless shelter. Sometimes I even had to stay outside in London, Great Britain, on planet Earth in winter of the year 2018-2019 with sometimes even not 1 cent money, withdrawal. Benimusik is forbidden. Benimusik is officially forbidden. The video click rate of Benimusik's videos don't show the real video click rate of Benimusik's videos. Benimusik they're not allowed to have a girlfriend, boy. I want to go on further now, yeah? Look at the time. So, Rubber Soul, brilliant record by the Beatles from the year 2000. Brilliant record from the band The Beatles from the year 1965 or 1966. The Monterey Pop Festival in the year 1967. Geniuses. Michelle Phillips, the beautifulest girl on planet Earth. She could look today in the year 2022 still exactly like she looked in the year 1967 as supermodel. Let's go on further now. If I still have time, I play a song. I play a song by Paul McCartney that is out of his record, Egypt Station, that me myself heard very often in shops or on the street or in the internet, on Instagram, when I was homeless. Me myself, Benimusik, was homeless in London, Great Britain, on planet Earth in winter of the year 2018 and the year 2019, so it has also a special meaning for me. So let's start. Benimusik is not allowed to have a girlfriend, boy, but I think me myself, Benimusik, I look really good and really sexy and really healthy, and I say, hey, good, I love you dearly, good, and I want to meet you at the pub, The World's End, in Camden, London, Great Britain, on planet Earth, and we have only white parties and no jobs needed, and so on. I saw you flash a smile that seemed to me to say you wanted so much more than casual conversation. I saw you flash a smile that seemed to me to say you wanted so much more than casual conversation. If you come on to me, well, I come on to you. If you come on to me, well, I come on to you. If you come on to me, well, I come on to you. If you come on to me, well, I come on to you. Well, you come on to me, well, I come on to you. Well, you come on to me, well, I come on to you.
Hey girl, I love you dearly, girl.